Hello and welcome to our channel again. Today we have this Mercedes Benz with W177 chassis, A class 250e 2020. So the vehicle has come to our garage with the symptom that the vehicle sometimes at low speed jumps out of the gear. So when you put in gear and you drive and approximately at 5 miles per hour speed, so the vehicle registers N on the dashboard. Okay, this is A250e 2020. Okay, and this is the message which comes on the dashboard that the customer thinks so that when the gearbox jumps out of the gear, so that could be because of that when the active bonnet system is malfunctioning, so this system could or may prevent the vehicle returning from gear to neutral position. So the gear selector, this gear selector returning from D to N position, that could be because of that. But let's scan the vehicle and see if there is any other fault codes stored in the vehicle any module, and we can suspect that could also causes the gear selector, this gear selector to kick out from the gear or to comes out of the gear. So this is going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to select Hilt report. Okay, these are the fault codes. So, but we suspect other way of customer thinking that. So if you can see here, TCM transmission control module, 2 fault codes. So if I come on, okay. Okay, these are the fault codes. They say the torque calculation of the control unit has a malfunction. And also P270100 control unit transmission has a malfunction. So we suspect that when the gear selector is kicking out of the gear, or when the vehicle is in driving mode or position, so that the vehicle suddenly at low speed registers N on the dashboard, as you can see. So when the vehicle is driving, so when the gear selector is in D, so suddenly the gear selector registers here N. So the customer is suspecting that because he has been to a garage somewhere, and the customer was told that there is a sensor, and we don't know, because there are two sensors. One is crash sensor and the other is pedestrian protection sensor. And unfortunately, we only have a service manual for this type of vehicle up to 2018, and the shape and model or has been changed from 2018 afterwards. So we don't have much accurate information, but we are going to consider the information based on W176 vehicles. So anyway, this is the fault code we have from the transmission. So we suspect that it's not going to be the pedestrian protection sensor malfunction, which causes the gear selector to jump out of the D to N, or which causes the vehicle to jump out of the gear, and the gear selector registers N instead of D, which is normally driver commands the gear selector to move it. Then the driver command the gear selector to be in D. So we are going to exit this. So now I'm going to create a report, and then we can see clearly all fault codes details in report, instead of selecting individual fault code. It's going to take longer, so we are going to go straight away to report, and I'm going to open report. Okay, if we go down, so total we got 12 fault codes in total. So okay, these are the ECM engine control module faults. One is communication with control unit, transmission has malfunction, the message is missing, and these two are in transmission control unit. The torque calculation of the control unit has malfunction, and the second one, control unit transmission has malfunction. Start. So if we go to, and so the customer is concerned about this fault code. So SRS supplemental restraint system, so B273715. If you see the definition of the fault code, it says that the right impact sensor for the function pedestrian protection has a malfunction. There is a short circuit to positive or an open circuit, and the fault is current, so it means that the ECU still detects the fault within the sensor or whatever, and also it's stored. So this is the customer concern, that the customer thinks that this fault causes the vehicle to, or the gearbox to go jump go to jump out of the gear. And also when I asked the Mercedes Benz and I shared this information, this definition information, then the Mercedes Benz gave me the crash, the front crash sensor, which was not correct. And then yesterday I went there and I said we got the wrong part. So anyway, I had already opened that part, which couldn't be returned. So the part is here with me, and I'm going to compensate that, unfortunately, for the customer. So yesterday Mercedes-Benz then little bit discussion and a little bit extra information when I provided to them. They give me the other type of sensor which are here. So Mercedes-Benz yesterday gave me this sensor. This sensor on vehicles with the chassis W176 are located in the front bumper, but on this one, which is a completely new version or new model with the chassis, and also the chassis is, let me see the chassis. This is W1K177. So this is a different chassis, but I'm not sure. If I open the bumper and I remove the bumper and take all this efforts, and then the sensor are not there. So because this is the sensor, unfortunately the Mercedes-Benz, the part department seller were not, people were not that much helpful. Just because at the first time they give me the wrong sensor. So if I remove the bumper and the sensor are not located there, so not sure what I'm going to do that later. So because I saw on the bumpers which are installed on vehicles with W176, and these sensors are installed on those vehicles, but I'm not sure on this vehicle whether this type of sensor are located in the bumper or not. So not sure. Anyway, I'm not sure what to do. And also another confusion is that this is, I'm not sure, this is a squib for the bonnet or sensor, no idea. And last time we replaced this sensor, which we got wrong. We replaced this sensor and we got it wrong. That wasn't the issue. So one thing now I'm going to do, that I'm going to disconnect the auxiliary battery negative terminal and wait for 10 minutes. Then I am going to disconnect this connector, which is for this device. I'm going to find out the scanner what type of fault code can be stored. So I'm going to find out what type of fault code the scanner will store or show on the screen. So anyway, sometime my English goes on the wrong way, so I'm going to find out on the scanner that what fault code is going to be shown on the dashboard, on the scanner screen. And also this is another connector here. So because the fault is showing for the right hand side, so I'm going to disconnect the left hand side, this one, and see the scanner that what component the scanner can give me that this connector is for. I'm going to turn the ignition off first. So it okay, ignition is off. I'm going to disconnect this terminal. Okay, now I'm going to wait for at least 5 minutes to get every capacitor discharged. Okay, now it's 10 minutes waiting for the capacitor to be discharged after disconnecting the battery negative terminal. So I'm going to disconnect this one. Okay, I have disconnected this device, and now I'm going to connect the battery back. Okay, let's see the scanner that what fault code can the scanner give to us. So let's turn the ignition on. See, yeah, ignition is on now, and see. So I'm going to scan the vehicle from the beginning. Okay, if we go to this here, okay, now we understand that the device which I disconnected is this grip for the left rear engine hood. Lifter has a malfunction. There is an open circuit. So the component which we were suspecting is not this one. That's good. Now I'm going to connect that again, and this time I'm going to remove the bumper then and see if we can find this type of bloody two sensor, a silicon transparent hose connected to each end of them. So transparent silicon hose connected at each end of them. So now we understand that the component I disconnected is not a sensor, it's actually a squib. So I'm going to reconnect that, so we now understand that there is no problem in this two, which are located one at each end of the bonnet, so left and right. Good. So exit scanner. Yes. Okay. Turn that off and turn ignition off. And go disconnect. No, first I'm going to put the vehicle on the ramp. Then I'm going to disconnect the battery and start removing the bumper. Okay. As you can see, where the laser beam touches, this is the sensor, and that could be removed without removing the bumper, but unfortunately Mercedes makes things very complicated to get money out of people's pocket. So this is the problem. So when I check the service manual for W176, they say that those have to be replaced in pair. You cannot disconnect the hose, which is this one, and that should not be kinked or squeezed or stretched, whatever. So the sensor can be seen here clearly, but I have to remove the bumper to remove the hose, and unfortunately this is the way that vehicle manufacturers make things horrible. So you might be able, just hold on to as you can see, this is the sensor, and this is the hose where the laser beam touches. Hold on, if I can show you there. So let me do that like so, and you might be able to see clearly. Yeah, that is the sensor, and the hose attached to it. This is the hose, as you can see. This is the hose, and this is the sensor. You can see the sensor, so I've just found out that the wiring from the connector of the sensor has been cut out. As you can see here, this, look, let me remove this one. And this is the sensor. Before, I think the sensor is going to be all right. So as you can see, this is cut, maybe snapped somebody, or for whatever reason, as you can see here. So let me find the other side of the wire, which is to the wiring loom side. Okay, as you can see, this is the other end of the wire, which the sensor connector was snapped off. So let me zoom that in. This is the connector. It was very, very hard to find it, but anyway, I was able to find it. So I'm going to dispose that, and then I'm going to show you again. So it's good that I have been avoided removing the front bumper. Let me zoom that in. So this is the sensor wire snapped off from here, so I disconnected that from here over there, from here, and also removed this connector from there. So this was the sensor connector snapped off. So I don't know for whatever reason, but it's very, very hard to see on the wiring loom side. And this is the sensor wiring diagram. As you can see, B151/3, which is the right front bumper pedestrian protection sensor. And let me zoom that in little bit. And so as you can see, one wire, which is pin 1, is the ground wire, and the pin 2 at the airbag module is signal wire, but I don't know what types of signal the sensor sends to the SRS module. This is the sensor. So pin 1 wire is for the pin 1 wire is the signal for the airbag module, and pin 2 is the ground wire, as you can see this. But this is for W176. This is not for the vehicle which I'm working on it. So this is for another older version or older model. So this is the sensor, and this is the back connector. So this is the squib bonnet, right or left. I'm not sure which one is right, which one is left. So these are the two sensors connected together, and one main connector which is X25/2. So everything is connected. Now I'm going to put all this parts back on. This heavy cover and backs are on, and then see if the fault code has returned to a history or passive. Okay, as you can see, we have put everything back together on. So we installed the wheel arches, wheels, uh, this underneath covers, and as you can see, I have already connected this connector back together while the battery was disconnected, and now I'm going to reconnect the battery. Okay, now I'm going to uh, bring the vehicle off the ramp, then see if we can if we have fixed the problem. Okay, I've turned the ignition on. Let me turn the ignition off again. So let's see what's this. No, this is no good. So ignition off. Now I'm going to turn the ignition on again. Okay, to start engine. So anyway, let's scan the vehicle and see whether we have fixed the fault or we haven't. I think we have fixed it. As you can see, this is, it's blared. It's a W1K177. Okay, so good news, no malfunction or fault code in the airbag module. This is the airbag module, look, and let's scan that one and continue. Okay, read fault code. Okay, okay. If you see now, it's the status of the fault code. Fault codes have returned to stored. So previously, when I was trying to clear this fault code, the fault codes were immediately returned back. So now clear fault memory. Okay, no fault code. So if I go back and read fault code again, that's good news. So okay, now I'm going to show you the data. So I'm going to share that the two sensors, the pedestrian protection sensor, which was 151 forward slash B151 forward slash 1 and B151 forward slash 3. So I'm going to share that with you as well. So, and also yesterday I recorded that one as well, and I'm going to include that in the video as well. So sensor, okay, look, now this data has returned to something else, and yesterday it was something else, and I'm going to show you that the pre-repair data reading of the sensor and post, which is this one, and as you can see, and this was the data stream data of the faulty sensor yesterday. 30 30 30 30 30 30 30 30 30 so ending with 8 zeros. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 12 30s followed by 8 zeros. So that was when the sensor was faulty, and this is the left hand side, which the sensor was non-faulty, which the fault is not showing. So this is today is going to be the same as well, as you can see. So look, 41 31 41 31 33 35. So this one is the same. Let me turn this off. Okay, this one is the same as yesterday, but this one is different from yesterday. So we have fixed the pedestrian protection fault code, which was, I cannot remember where, I have not written that here. So anyway, I'm going to put that on the thumbnail of the video. So thanks for watching.